Okay, supplement induced lucid dream. Went to bed, slept for a few hours, got up, took 8 mgs of galantimine, choline, I think 200 mils of choline or 200 grams or something, standard choline tablet, more detail later. Lay down, relaxed, for me about 40 minutes until the galantimine starts to work. I assume it's the galantimine that does it. Get a couple of tingles in my spine. I don't need to do anything other than just stay awake for that period of time. Get the tingles, roll over, lay on my side, wait for it to intensify, and then just get lucid. Roll out of bed, stand on the floor, drift out of the body into a dream. Pretty much standard entries. So in this particular instance, watching away, and then I am in a car like a director in a cycle race, and I am watching a race, a professional bike race. Absolutely fully, just real, just so real. If I hadn't been fully lucid, I would not be able to pick that it wasn't actually happening. So I'm in there watching this. It's great for a bit. I just admire it, admire the reality of it, watch it for a bit. Then I blink. When I blink, I'm lying back in bed, look at the wall behind me. It's not the newly painted colour, it's the old maroon colour it used to be. Reach out, put my hands onto the wall, and I just soften it up a little. My hands go through the wall, a few tingles and vibrations as they go through. I follow through with my body. I don't want anything on the other side of the wall. I get into what I call the void, or the darkness, or the gap between dreams. It's a place where I say pure thought exists. There's nothing there. Well, no, there's everything there, but there's no images, there's no reality formed up, there's no dreamscape, it's just darkness, but it has a feel of life and energy. It's a beautiful place to be. I relax in that for a period of time, not long, 30 seconds to a minute. Looking around, I see little flashes of colour here and there, just little bursts of red and yellow. I say it's thought without expression, just pure thought. So I watch that for a wee bit. And then I say to the dream space, or I just in my own mind, I ask for something. I say I want to see something, I want to see something meaningful for me, I want some direction, I want to go beyond the normal dream. At that point there's a little bit of white haze, white spots start forming out like widely spaced snow. They solidify a little bit more and they become numbers, they become white numbers. It's ridiculous. I look at those and I reach out and I grab hold of an 8, put my hands in the hoop of the 8, and I reach up and I grab hold of a 5. It twists around, so the 5's upside down but it's holding me. I grab hold of a 3 and I keep reaching for numbers and I start pulling myself up. I start dragging myself up through this void. Then the numbers start to form up a little bit and they form threads of numbers like strands, like rope. I grab those and I grasp it and I start climbing, and I'm climbing and climbing and climbing. Keep going. In the darkness, it's black and dark around me, but there's just the slight forming of these numbers into a thread. I pull my way up to those, and then there's a ceiling above me. There is a darker space at this time, a small gap in it, a small rectangle, slightly greyish, not quite as black as the rest of it. I get up to that, the thread goes through it, I pull myself through that, poke my head up, and there's a room there. It's a space, it has a extremely intense feeling. Foreboding, dread, but also full of potential. I drag myself up a bit further, my shoulders are now exposed. I look around, I know this is a place I need to explore, it's what I've asked for, but then there's a massive burst of energy. My head feels like it's going to explode, the intensity gets me by surprise. I was expecting it, but after all these years it's still so intense, it's insane. That pops me out of the dream. I'm lying back in bed fully awake. I laugh at this, think about it for a few moments, and then I get lucid again, wild again, wake-induced lucid dream. About 2 hours all up lucid, quite a few more adventures, three exits and entries, fully wild each time. Next one was fun. My partner was there, she was trying to get lucid as well. I am trying to introduce her to this just for the experiment of it. She's sitting up in bed in this lucid dream and telling me that it doesn't work, she didn't get lucid. And I said, well, actually, you are dreaming. Look at yourself. You're covered in yellow paint. And she has a look at her hands, bits and pieces, and sees that she is, laughs at this, and then I take her flying. So we fly around for a wee bit. I find some gardens that couldn't exist in this reality. Beautiful colours, plants, they grow in front of us. Fantastic little adventure. Bring myself out of that, as I say, about 3 times in and out of it. She has no recollection of the shared dream, and very little recall for the night. But just another interesting night, not untypical of a Galantimine experience, full of confidence, very intense, unexpected if you allow it to be unexpected, and full of surprises.